So you just saw how we cracked open the coconut, took the coconut meat out, put it through the Omega 8006 Nutrition Center, and got coconut shreds out. We then put that in the dehydrator on the PrimaFlex non-stick sheets. You let the dehydrator run at 118 degrees until the coconut shreds are done, which depending on the time and the temperature and your humidity in your area could be from 12 to 24 hours. You're going to then take them out, and this is what you're going to have. You're going to have real coconut shreds. So the coconut shreds that you buy in the store have basically been defatted, because when you move these, you'll actually see some oil on the tray, on the PrimaFlex sheet. And so what you're going to do is very carefully then bend up the sheet not to lose any of the coconut flakes, and then put it into a big pitcher or jar. So that's one tray's worth. Here we'll get out another tray's worth. And so now you have real coconut flakes, full fat coconut flakes. The coconut flakes you buy in the store have actually been defatted. It's the press cake, or the remnants of when they press out the coconut oil. And that's why those flakes will never go rancid. And we want to eat things that have a shelf life, that will go bad, because those are the things that are the best for us. And so this coconut here that you just made, or that I just made, this will go bad and turn rancid. It'll start to smell and go bad, probably within 3 and at the most 6 months. So you have to use it really quickly. Okay, so now I'm going to pour off these last coconut shreds. And so there's 3 things you could do with these coconut shreds once you have them. You could actually use the coconut shreds whole, so you have, whole coconut shreds with the oil content. They taste very rich and they're very good, much better than the ones that you'd buy in the bulk bins or in any package. The next thing you could do is actually make coconut butter. So you could put it through the Omega 8006 Nutrition Center with the blank plate, and that'll literally make a coconut butter. You've all seen the brand Artisana coconut butter. That's basically what they do. They take a full fat coconut shreds and they basically homogenize it with like the blank. You will have your own coconut butter, and it's much less expensive. As you can see, all the coconuts in here, these coconuts, I think there's approximately maybe 3 coconuts of shreds in here, and those 3 coconuts cost me less than $5. So I had all the coconut water, and the coconuts actually were ranging in price from 99 cents to $1.29 each. And then plus, if you want to make, you could also make your own coconut oil, your truly raw coconut oil. There has been a brand lately, Nutiva came out, and they had labeled their coconut oil raw for many years, and finally they found out that their coconut oil was not truly raw, and they came up with a press release telling people that it was not really raw. And so I admire them for that. But there is no raw food labeling law, so we have to remember that. So we want to make things ourselves in our own kitchen, and the Omega 8006 juicer allows you to do just that. So now we're going to make coconut oil with the Omega 8006 Nutrition Center. So that's basically when you juice in the Omega 8006 Nutrition Center, you could put a carrot in there, and now one side will come the fiber and one side will come the juice. So we're basically doing that with the coconut. We're taking the coconut through there and putting the coconut fiber through the machine, and out of one side will come the fiber, and out one side some of the oil comes out, but it's really thick. It's more like a cream. So let's go ahead and put that through the machine and show you how it works. So you want to feed just a very little bit in at a time. You do not want to overload the machine by any means, because coconuts, are pretty thick there. So you want to just feed in a little bit at a time. And as you can see there, we're getting like a cream, or almost even an oil. And look at that come out. It's surely liquid. We're literally juicing the coconut flakes. The Omega 8006 is powerful enough literally to extract the oil out of this coconut. Truly amazing. So as you can see, the fiber coming out is really dry. Of course, you could still use that if you'd like. Now, see, I started feeding it in too fast and the machine stopped. Now, when that happens, not a problem with the Omega 8006. You press the momentary reverse. You go reverse for a second, and then you go forward. And look, it's still working, no problem. So now we just want to make sure, we don't feed in too much, and we don't feed it in too fast. We just feed it in at a nice and slow pace, you know, a little bit at a time. Let the machine chew it up. Let the machine work. You know, this process of making coconut oil, you know, raw coconut oil is very special. Not a lot of people probably make truly raw coconut oil, and when you make it in your home, you know, that's the best. It's going to be less expensive. I mean, a bottle of coconut oil is what, 10, 15, $20 depending on where you go. Same thing with the coconut butter that we're going to be making next. I know that stuff sells for at least $10 to $15 a jar, and you know, when you buy it in the store, you're not getting that same quality when you make it at home. When you make it at home, you know how it's processed. You don't know what they're doing, you know, when companies make things and put in a bottle or jar. Look at all this. This is so liquid. This is really great. Coconut is one of my favorite foods in the whole wide world. So the best coconuts to use when making this coconut oil is actually the brown coconuts. So you may have saw that I used some white coconuts, and that'll also work. But the brown coconuts have a more mature meat with a higher fat content, so that's definitely going to be the best one to use. And you know, don't even try using the Thai coconuts to do this. It's just not going to work. The oil content is not, you know, big enough, high enough in the young Thai coconuts. So we're finishing up here, and I don't want to feed the coconut in too fast. We're going to let the machine work and do what it needs to do in its own time and not try to be impatient. So there we go. We'd finished putting all that through. And now the amazing thing is with the Omega 8006 juicer, if you think this, you know, pulp cake, the press cake still has some more oil left in it, what you could do is you could actually take this and put it back through the machine a second time. And watch, check out the oil coming out below. It's going to further press and get more liquid out of this press cake. It's not going to be as much as the first pressing, but you know, look, there's still oil coming off of that. And you can put it through multiple times. Now you don't want to put it through too fast because you're definitely going to, you know, pause the machine up, freeze the machine up. But look, we're still getting liquid off this press cake. That's how efficient the Omega 8006 juicer is. So we just got done making the coconut oil in the Omega 8006 Nutrition Center, and this is what we have. And what you want to do is actually sit on top of your dehydrator or some other place that's warm in your house. We're going to go ahead and turn the dehydrator on when we're using it. I wouldn't want to just waste electricity, but if we have it full of other things, we could set it on top, or even if you want to set it inside, that'd be a good place. And what will happen is all the things will, basically all the particulate and coconut, the cream will literally settle to the bottom, or the coconut butter will settle to the bottom, and the oil will float up to the top. And then you're gonna basically let it dry and harden, and then you'll actually see it. It'll be all white at the top, and then it'll be colored at the bottom, and then you'll be able to scoop that out and put it in its own jar or container. So this is John Kohler with DiscountJuicers.com. Be sure to visit DiscountJuicers.com/YouTube for special promotional offers for our YouTube visitors.